In 2021, 26-year-old Tyler Caranajos captured a photo at Pine Hill Cemetery in Hollis, New Hampshire, a place known for its grim legends. The chilling image shows a translucent figure standing directly over a grave, its outline faint but unmistakable. Tyler had gone there to visit the resting place of Abel Blood, a man rumored to have been a murderer with ties to the occult. Locals claim Blood's ghost still haunts the cemetery, guarding his grave as if protecting dark secrets he took to the other side. When Tyler reviewed the photo, the air grew cold, and he realized the stories might not have been just rumors after all. In 2008, photographer Neil Sandbach was scouting an English farm for a commercial project. It was an ordinary job, until one photograph changed everything. In the corner of a building, barely visible, stood a glowing figure of a small child. Its outline shimmered faintly, like light trapped in mist. When Neil showed the image to the farm staff, several nodded uneasily. They had seen the same glowing boy wandering the property at night. No one knew who he was, only that he appeared near the old barns, silent, watching, and then gone. This eerie photo was taken moments after a fatal car crash. Rising from the wreckage, a faint white mist seems to take human shape, walking slowly away from the crushed vehicle. Many believe the image shows the exact moment a soul left its body, a silent departure caught by accident, lingering between life and death. This haunting photograph was taken at Tantallon Castle in Scotland. Behind the iron bars of a crumbling window, a face appeared, pale, dressed in what looked like ancient clothing. Yet at the time the photo was taken, the castle was completely empty and closed to the public. Experts analyzed the image and confirmed it was not a trick of the light or a digital alteration. Curious investigators visited the site to test whether a real person could have been hiding there. The only way to recreate the figure's position would have been for someone to kneel in a narrow stone alcove, a space impossible to reach without breaking in. No intruder was ever found. The castle remains silent, but those who visit say they still feel eyes watching them from the windows. In 1924, sailors James Courtney and Michael Meehan, crew members aboard the merchant ship Watertown, died in a tragic steam accident while crossing from New York through the Panama Canal. Their bodies were buried at sea off the coast of Mexico on December 4th. The next day, a sailor shouted that he could see faces in the water. 2 faces, the same men who had just been buried. Over the following days, nearly every crew member, including Captain Keith Tracy, reported seeing the same thing, 2 disembodied faces, drifting just beneath the waves, appearing and fading like ghosts. When the ship docked in New Orleans, the captain was advised to document the phenomenon. He brought a camera aboard, and during the next voyage, the faces returned. Tracy took 6 photos and locked the camera in a safe. Upon reaching New York, the film was developed. 5 of the photos showed nothing unusual, but the 6th revealed the unmistakable faces of Courtney and Meehan, staring from the sea. No editing. No trick. After a new crew took over the Watertown, the faces were never seen again. On October 30th, 2018, around 6:15 p.m., Dave Newnham was inspecting footpaths near the Delago Bridge in Ceredigion, Wales, when he saw a woman standing motionless in the river Wystwyth. Concerned she might be in danger, he approached, but quickly realized something was terribly wrong. The figure was unnaturally still, her pale reflection trembling on the surface of the water. When Dave tried to call out, she simply dissolved into the mist. Shocked, he raised his camera and managed to take 1 photo before she vanished completely. Later, he would tell investigators, "I thought she needed help, but she wasn't human." The man who took this photo insisted that no one was standing in the doorway of his new family home in Chicago when he pressed the shutter. Yet the picture tells a different story. Two shapes appear in the open door, the figure of an elderly woman and the faint outline of a dog at her side. Their forms are hazy, but their presence undeniable. Some believe they were former residents of the property, returning to what was once theirs. Others think they were simply passing through, caught between worlds for a single moment, long enough to be seen, then gone again. This photograph was taken of a window in the old courthouse building in Alabama. At first glance, it looks like dirt or a stain on the glass, until you notice the unmistakable outline of a man's face. Locals claim it belongs to Henry Wells, a slave who once hid in the courthouse to escape a lynch mob. He was caught and killed, but his terrified image is said to have burned itself into the window. Decades of cleaning and replacing the glass never made it disappear. The face always returns, staring out at those who dare to look too long. In Louisiana, there stands a plantation said to be home to at least a dozen ghosts, most believed to be the spirits of enslaved people who once lived and died there. In one photograph, taken by a visitor during a tour, a distant figure can be seen standing in the shadows of a field. The outline is tall and distinctly male, yet the photographer swore no one else was there. Paranormal investigators later confirmed that the spot where the figure appeared aligns with the graves of several workers buried without markers. Even now, guests report footsteps in the grass, whispers near the trees, and a cold presence that seems to follow them back to their cars. In 1916, retired Scotland Yard Inspector Arthur Springer took a photograph in Tingewick, Buckinghamshire. At the moment the shutter clicked, there was no dog in the frame, yet when the film was developed, the translucent shape of a dog stood clearly in the image. Its body was faint, its eyes dark and sorrowful. Locals whispered that Springer had captured the spirit of a loyal hound that died decades earlier but continued to wander the fields where it once lived. Some claimed the photo was a mere optical illusion. Others insisted it was proof that not all souls, even animal ones, find peace.
Two lost punks just running through the back streets, through the back streets, sitting through the back streets. Two lost punks just running through the back streets, through the back streets, sitting through the back streets. Guess who's lit, guess who's raw, kick that dog, break that law. Guess who's wild, guess who's out, guess who's foul, guess who's proud, guess who came to shut shit down. I whoop the monster, y'all ain't ready.